Enjoy this read aloud of Adam's Gluten-Free Surprise, Helping Others Understand Gluten-Free, a children's book for adults. When it comes to children with special diets, this book covers important topics that help create an understanding and empathy. Topics covered include surprise classroom treats, pizza parties, cross-contamination or cross-contact, Thanksgiving, feeling excluded, feeling included, and empathy building. Before I read Adam's Gluten-Free Surprise, I want to emphasize the fact that it is not the teacher's job to provide gluten-free for students who require it or any kind of special dietary needs for the many children that we have with food allergies and intolerances. Not at all. This is just a story. Understanding the fact that not all children can eat the same things, however, helps to prevent situations that do arise where some students are left out. Well, a child may need to eat something that's a little different from what others are eating. A little pre-planning and understanding can prevent anyone from being left out completely. Thank you for listening and for sharing Adam's story. Adam's Gluten-Free Surprise and the Identical Girls version, Haley's Gluten-Free Surprise, are available on Amazon. Let's begin. The boys and girls in Mrs. Brown's class were excited to be back to school after their summer break. "I have a special treat to pass out," said Mrs. Brown. "You can eat it while I tell you about our new year." Mrs. Brown felt bad when she thought about Adam. "I am so sorry, Adam," she said quietly just to him. "Your mom told me you cannot eat this kind of food. She said she will send a box of your gluten-free snacks for our special occasions." "One of the moms brought these this morning for the first day of school. I didn't know she was going to bring them." "That's okay," said Adam. "My mom buys great gluten-free donuts. I'll have one when I get home." Adam's doctor told him he had to be careful about what he ate. He had stomach aches a lot last year and got very sick sometimes. He even went to the hospital once because he felt so bad. The doctors finally did some tests that told him and his parents that he had something called celiac. Adam's family has to buy and make special food for him so he won't get sick anymore. His mom told Mrs. Brown that she would send gluten-free treats for special classroom events. At the end of September, Mrs. Brown's boys and girls welcomed Emily to their class. She was a little nervous about being a new student, but she was excited that she got to start school on her birthday. Mrs. Brown was as surprised as everyone else with the special birthday treat that Emily's mom brought. She apologized to Adam for not having a gluten-free cupcake for him. "That's okay. My mom makes great gluten-free cupcakes," said Adam. "She told me she can send one to school if she knows there will be a party. I'll just choose something from my snack box. Thank you, Mrs. Brown." September zipped by, and October was already here. Mrs. Brown's class was excited about all the different leaves they found while playing outside. They were going to graph them by color and then try to discover what kind of tree they each came from. "Welcome back from recess, boys and girls," said Mrs. Brown with a smile. "Wash your hands and have a seat, please. I brought a cool treat for everyone since it's been such a warm week." Mrs. Brown asked Adam to come up to her. "Adam, I checked the label on the ice cream and I called your mom. She said this kind of ice cream is okay. You can have some." Mrs. Brown was learning how to check labels and how important it was for Adam's food to be gluten-free. "I brought a bowl because I know you cannot have a cone." Adam really liked Mrs. Brown. He knew that she worked hard for him to be able to share a special treat with everyone else. It wasn't easy to have to tell her that he couldn't eat any. "There are ice cream cone crumbs in the ice cream, but that's okay. I'll choose something from my snack box." Adam had to be careful. He knew that he'd get sick from the crumbs in the ice cream. It was Halloween just 10 days later. "I think we have things right this time, Adam," said Mrs. Brown. "Your mom sent a gluten-free cupcake. It looks delicious." "I checked with her on the ice cream cups. They are gluten-free. Each one is sealed. There's no chance for crumbs this time. The fruit snacks are okay too. They were on the list of safe foods your mom sent me. Logan's mom just called, though. She plans to surprise everyone with a pizza party this afternoon. I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't know. When the pizza gets here, you can choose something from your gluten-free snack box if you would like. That's okay, said Adam. I had a good lunch. I'm not hungry. I have a bag of chips I can eat if I want. My mom makes great gluten-free pizza. She told me she can send some to school if we ever have a pizza party. She makes it every Friday. By the middle of November, the students were ready for Thanksgiving. Boys and girls, said Mrs. Brown, be sure to bring this note home to your parents. Everyone has chosen an item to send for our Thanksgiving feast. This is just a reminder that we need everything tomorrow. She leaned in a little closer to Adam. I talked with your mom. She will bring a plate of food for you so you can eat with us. I just don't know how much of our meal will be safe for you. Mrs. Brown liked to have a classroom feast every November. The boys and girls made their own placemats and worked together to plan their menu. Mrs. Brown always roasted the turkey. The boys and girls agreed to taste everything, even if there was something they didn't think they would like. The day of the feast was exciting for everyone. The turkey was roasting in a big electric roaster in the cafeteria, filling the air with wonderful smells. It made everyone's mouths water as they walked past the door on their way to the computer lab. They could hardly wait to eat. While the boys and girls were with the computer teacher, some volunteers helped Mrs. Brown prepare for the feast. They put all the food on one table and prepared other tables with plates, napkins, cups, and forks. The helpers asked Adam's mom why she brought a separate plate of food for him. They also asked why she kept the rolls she brought for everyone so far from the rest of the food. She told them about Adam's special gluten-free diet and about how careful he needs to be. She told them that even if he didn't seem sick on the outside, gluten hurt him on the inside. One of the grown-ups said, "My friend has celiac. I know how important it is to keep her food safe when I cook for her. If I knew Adam had to be gluten-free, I could have made the vegetable casserole safe for him to eat." Taylor's mom said, "Well, he can have the corn I brought. It's just plain corn from a can." "Oh," exclaimed another helper, "I wish I knew. I would have made sure the mashed potatoes were gluten-free. I think the butter I used touched a knife from some regular bread, though." The dad who baked the pumpkin pie said, "And if I knew, I could have put some pumpkin pie filling into a small dish without a crust so Adam could enjoy that too. I would have been careful that everything was gluten-free, separate, and safe." Mrs. Brown put her head down. She felt bad when she realized how much of the meal Adam could have enjoyed. She learned that Adam could have had the turkey if she had asked his mom for gluten-free bread, or if she put the stuffing in a separate dish. She also learned that if she used cornstarch instead of flour, Adam could have had the gravy too. She knew she had a lot of learning to do. Adam's mom put a hand on her shoulder. "That's okay, Mrs. Brown. It took us a long time to learn about his diet, and we are still learning. As long as Adam stays away from the wrong foods in your classroom, we can do the rest. People with special diets have to learn that they cannot eat everything that others can," Adam's mom said. She continued, "Adam gets a little sad sometimes, but he understands how careful he needs to be." All the parents agreed not to send any surprise treats. They agreed to always contact Mrs. Brown first so she could give Adam's mom some time to send in a safe, gluten-free replacement. They also knew that if Adam came to their house to play, all snacks would have to be approved by his mom. The parents decided that checking with the teacher before sending snacks was a good rule anyway. Adam wasn't the only child at school with a special diet. It was lunchtime before they knew it. The boys and girls were back from the computer lab. They had clean hands and they were ready to eat. Everyone talked and giggled while they enjoyed their feast. Most students went back for seconds of their favorite foods. As Ben took the last roll that Adam's mom brought, he said, "Wow, these rolls are great. I thought gluten-free food would be yucky." Everyone laughed. The boys and girls thanked the grown-ups for making such a great meal for them to share. After the Thanksgiving feast, the boys and girls asked Adam and Mrs. Brown more questions about his special diet. They wanted to know what celiac was, what gluten was, and what would happen if Adam ate any. Mrs. Brown didn't have answers for all their questions, so she asked Adam's mom to come and talk to everyone on another day. Adam's mom was happy to talk to the class. She brought some gluten-free treats to share. The boys and girls were surprised to find out that Adam's food tasted so good. They were also surprised to learn how sick he could get if he ate the wrong food. Gabe asked Adam's mom what gluten was. She wrote Mrs. Brown's name on the board, one letter under the other. She wrote, "Adam can't eat any barley, rye, most oats, wheat, never, ever." Mrs. Brown said she'd never forget what gluten was. "How could I?" she asked. The boys and girls laughed. The school day was almost over, so Adam just went home with his mom when she was done. After they left, Madison raised her hand. "My aunt and 2 cousins have celiac too. When we have big family parties, we make sure all the food is gluten-free. I think our Valentine's Day party should be gluten-free for Adam. We are all his school family." The other boys and girls agreed as they nodded their heads and smiled, telling Madison they liked her idea. At the end of January, Mrs. Brown called Adam's mom and the 2 classroom parent helpers to discuss Madison's idea. They decided to make a taco bar for the Valentine's Day party. The kids all loved tacos, and it would be easy to make the meal gluten-free. Adam's mom made a list of foods and party treats they would need. She included specific brands that she knew were gluten-free and safe for Adam. She added her email address and telephone number to the note in case anyone had any questions. Mrs. Brown added an explanation about the gluten-free surprise to the note. She also included a list of non-food items they would need: plates, napkins, cups. She asked each family to choose one item to donate for the party. The next day, Mrs. Brown sent Adam to the office with a stack of papers. "Would you please ask Miss Anderson to copy these for us?" she asked. Mrs. Brown passed out the note about the Valentine's Day surprise after Adam left the room. She told the rest of the class to put it in their backpacks before Adam got back. The day was finally here. It was February 14th, Valentine's Day. The boys and girls were ready for their party. After exchanging Valentine cards and playing a few games, the boys and girls were ready to eat. They had been talking about how good everything smelled. Their mouths were watering. Mrs. Brown asked the middle row to line up first. Adam glanced at the food line before heading towards his gluten-free snack box. He knew he couldn't eat the tacos. No one told him that anything was gluten-free. It sure smelled great, though. He secretly hoped his mom would be making tacos for dinner that night. Mrs. Brown said, "Adam, you're in the middle row. I asked the middle row to line up for tacos." "Where are you going?" Adam was a little frustrated. He thought Mrs. Brown forgot about his special diet. "That's okay," said Adam. "I'll get something from my gluten-free box." Adam told Mrs. Brown, "The tacos my mom makes are gluten-free, but I'm not supposed to eat anything unless she tells me it's okay. She says that cooking gluten-free isn't just about the ingredients. Gluten-free food isn't safe for me if it touched food I can't eat." "But Adam," said Mrs. Brown, "our Valentine party is all gluten-free. From everything in the taco bar to all the treats. You can eat it all. Your mom and I talked with all the parents." Everyone cheered, "Surprise!" Adam grinned from ear to ear. Adam doesn't mind having to eat gluten-free, for the most part anyway. His mom always makes sure he has good things to eat. He gets a little sad sometimes, though. It can be hard when he can't eat food that looks and smells really good. His friends sure made him feel special. Adam knows there will be times when he won't be able to eat everything like he could at the Valentine's Day party. His mom explained that most classroom parties won't be gluten free. She told him that he has to learn to say no thank you and only eat what she sends or approves. Adam found out later that year that he wasn't the only one at school with a special diet. His friend Sarah has to watch how she eats because she has something called diabetes. Another friend can't eat or even touch anything with peanuts. His mom's friend has a little boy who can't drink cow's milk or eat any cheese. And by the end of the year, Adam learned that he wasn't the only one at school who had to eat gluten free. Adam doesn't think much about his special diet. He's just a regular little boy who likes to go to school with his friends in the morning and ride his bike and play ball when he gets home in the afternoon. Adam's gluten-free surprise and the identical girls version, Haley's gluten-free surprise, can be found on Amazon. Links can be found at befreerespect.com.